What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to today's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, the day's technical analysis, the trading opportunities that we took on today's stream, and build a game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a light block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 9 o'clock, we have the TIP Economic Optimism Index, which measures consumer sentiment related to economic conditions. This report is based on monthly surveys in which nearly 1,000 adults nationwide assess their economic prospects over the next 6 months, their personal finance, and beliefs on economic policies. At 10:30, we have Fed Kashkari. At 3 o'clock, we have the 3-year note auction. At 2 o'clock, we have the consumer credit change. And at 3:30, we have crude news. Now, it was never recommended to trade during volatile price action, but if you choose to trade during these times, then understand you're playing a game of chance with your trading account. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a bullish trend day. The market traded in this tight range until Fed Barkins and Williams was scheduled to speak. Let's see what they said to have possibly fueled this market to push up higher. At 11:47, Fed Barkins stated that inflation data this year is disappointing and that the job is not done. Also stating that he is confident that the current restrictive level of rates can curb demand enough to bring inflation to target. Given the strong labor market, the Fed has time to gain the confidence it needs to be sure that inflation will fall. He does not see the economy overheating, but the Fed knows how to respond if it does. Eventually, there will be rate cuts. He sees signs of more consumer caution on spending, and he also expects good but somewhat slower GDP growth in 2024. Recent data makes you think less optimistically about how quickly inflation gets under control. It's a stubborn road. And finally, he has not seen evidence that inflation is on track. Fed Barkin expects high interest rates to further slow the economy and keep inflation below the 2% target. His New York counterpart, Williams, also stated that rate cuts will occur at some point, but the timing will be determined by the overall data. And now that we're all caught up, let's head back over to the charts. So it's obvious. The market was obviously waiting from statements from these Fed speakers, because as soon as we got that, price broke out of this range and trended up higher until the end of the session. Now, usually when I see price action like this, I know that everybody's initial reaction is to short this market. And I will also say that I initially tried shorting this market as well. But I recognize that the bears are just not following through. Price is obviously trying to get somewhere. And it's interesting where price actually closed at for the day. Because here on the Nasdaq, price closed in a previous strong area of supply. This area of supply reaches back all the way from the early parts of April. And in this area is where the bears took full control of the market. And we got that big push lower, breaking that 18K level. And this is our first time back trading in this level. So that tells me a few things. That tells me that if price traded into this area, what does that mean for the bears? Will the bears come in and try to take price down? Or will the bulls try to maintain control, try to maintain this area and trading past it? Now, we don't have any major news this week. Tomorrow, we do have Fed Kashkari speaking. Right now, overall, the market is very bullish, very bullish. It's hard to short right now. What we need is we really need to see the bulls try to take price past this area. And if the bears want to be successful, if you want to short this area, the bulls are going to have to fail, and they're going to have to fail hard because they're going to try. There's going to be FOMO buyers that missed out on today's bull run, and they're going to come in and they're going to attempt to buy every dip. And if the bears really want to be successful, they're going to have to use these late bulls as fuel to sell this market low. Now, on the flip side of that, revenge trading bears are going to try to short this market as the bulls try to push price higher. So we're going to need to see the price action overnight to really get a feel of who has control of this market. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, price traded in this tight range until we heard from both Fed Williams and Barkin, and that's when the bulls broke out and they traded higher into the end of the session. And also like the NQ, price closed in a previous area of resistance that was formed in the early parts of April. This trend higher was definitely a surprise. If you traded earlier in the session, all we got was this chop. It was chopping back and forth. You really couldn't tell which side had control of the market until we got this breakout higher, a break of this high, and a continuation in price. The bulls were so strong here, like once they got a breakout, we didn't even get a retest of this high, which is abnormal in price action, but it just shows the strength that the bulls had pushing price higher. And now that we're in a previous area of resistance, this is where the bulls are going to really have to show that they want to continue to trade higher. But if the bulls fail here, I am looking for the bulls to come back in this area, the 112 to 190 area, because I believe this is where majority of the bears are going to be. I believe that we may get a chop, we may get a sweep of a high, and then a big drop. And I believe that there's going to be late bulls trying to buy this as it comes down. But there's a strong area of demand right here. And if price does find its way into this area tomorrow, this is where I believe that the bulls or the big lot bulls will come in, use the bears as fuel to push price higher to retest prior structure. I apologize. So I just realized that I was looking at the wrong block of price action. So I adjusted it and we're just going to move forward from here. During our stream, we talked about the importance of having a trade plan. And that's how I'm going to approach my trades moving forward. Today, me and my trading partner spoke about this being a potential area where the bulls could come in and push price higher. Unfortunately, I did not take this trade. I didn't take it because I didn't plan on taking it. And I wanted to turn over a new leaf in my trading journey. And obviously, when you don't take the trades, that's when they work. So I did feel FOMO as price continued not only to my profit target, but also trading higher. And I'm going to be honest, I really wanted to revenge trade after missing that move, but I had to remind myself, trading without a plan is a recipe for failure. This time it worked. Next time it's unlikely to work. Obviously the market was trying to get somewhere and it used the stops to fuel its way to that area on a low liquidity day. And I have to be okay with that. And trading on tilt is not okay. Blowing an account is not okay. It's easy to say and harder to do, but we'll have less losing trades if we manage our trades, we manage our risk, and adhere to our trade plan. And moving forward, that's what I'm going to do. And with that said, that's all I have. And if you're enjoying these breakdowns and want insight on trading the Nasdaq and ES intraday, then subscribe to the channel and join our live stream where me and my trading partner provides intraday analysis in real time. Our current goal is building a community. And if you're tired of missing the best trades on the Nasdaq and ES intraday, then join the live stream, join the Discord, join the risk managers in the chat, and we appreciate your support as we grow. As we wrap up, remember the risk manager's creed. Trading involves risk and demands careful analysis and capital preservation. And we can do that by practicing sound risk management. Every trade tells a story. Make sure you write that story in your trading journal because our psychology is all over these charts. And as always, my name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. Stay green out there. Peace.